My husband faked his memory loss to avoid a confession. I found out everything anyway. 3 months ago, my husband got into a car accident. Not a life-threatening one, just a collision at an intersection. His car was totaled, and he came home with a sprained wrist, a couple of bruises, and a very dramatic announcement. He claimed he couldn't remember the last 2 weeks of his life. At first, I was genuinely worried. Memory loss is serious. He'd sit there squinting at his phone like it was a foreign object, acting confused about missed texts and calendar events. He said he didn't remember agreeing to dinner with my parents. He said he didn't remember promising to go with me to our friend's wedding. He even said he didn't remember the fight we had the night before the crash. One that ended with me storming out of the house for a few hours. That fight was about something small. I had found a receipt for a restaurant he told me he hadn't been to in months. He swore he only went for lunch with a friend from work. I let it go at the time. But when he claimed amnesia right after that, my gut started twisting. Still, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I helped him catch up on things. I walked him through events he'd forgotten. I covered for him when he bailed on commitments. I even reassured his friends and coworkers when they asked what was going on. Then things started to get weird. He was forgetting things very selectively. He remembered work-related meetings and sports scores, but somehow couldn't remember that my sister had come over to talk about her engagement. He remembered to pay bills, but not that we had agreed to adopt a dog. It felt like he was using this so-called memory loss to avoid anything inconvenient, emotional, or that required effort. The tipping point came when I checked our shared laptop. He had left a tab open. Normally that wouldn't mean much, but the title caught my eye. How to delete location history on Google. My stomach had dropped. I clicked on the history and saw more searches. How to fake memory loss convincingly. How long to pretend before people stop asking. And symptoms of short-term amnesia. I didn't confront him right away. I wanted proof. So I did what I never thought I'd do. I went through his phone. I didn't know the passcode at first, but after a few tries using our usual numbers, anniversaries, birthdays, I got in. And there it was. Messages with someone named Kara. At first it was subtle. Work talk, meetings, nothing overt. But the more I scrolled, the worse it got. Screenshots of flirty conversations, photos, plans to meet, and finally, a message from 2 days before the accident. I don't know how much longer I can keep lying to her. She's starting to get suspicious. My heart dropped. He had been cheating. He'd planned to confess or maybe leave me. And then, miraculously, an accident gave him the perfect excuse to wipe the slate clean. Or so he thought. He was using the crash to dodge consequences, to stall, to avoid coming clean. He faked memory loss as a get-out-of-jail-free card. I waited until dinner that night. I set his phone on the table and opened the message thread. I didn't say anything. Just sat there and stared. He looked at me. Then at the phone. Then back at me. And that's when he dropped the act. No pretending, no confusion, just silence. He knew he was caught. I asked him how long he planned to keep this up. He didn't answer. I asked him who Kara was.
Click here to watch the full video on my channel.